Today's question is about, do we really need to ride a motorcycle in Alberta? That's the question I have for my fellow bikers, okay? I'll tell you why. We only got maybe, if we're lucky, 4 months. If we lucky, okay? They don't clean the snow until, I'll say, snows all the way till April, first of all. And second of all, and all the gravels, they don't clean it up until, like, I'll say late April, almost like in May. Okay, now we are the second week of May, and still I see some gravels on the road. And if we're lucky, they will have the potholes fixed. That's the 3 problems we got: the cold, the snow, okay, and then you got the gravel, and then you got the pothole that we deal in Edmonton.
Yeah, you see, this bike stays 8 months out of the year in the parking lot in this garage here.
I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. This is the second week of May. Look at the gravel we have here. You guys can see the gravel. This is 34th Street and 34th Avenue. See the gravel here?
I am meeting some friends today that we're gonna go and do, ask them a couple of interviews about, does it worth to ride a motorcycle in Alberta? So that's the question that I'm gonna be asking. So I will see you later.
Years of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow.
Alex, does it worth to have a motorcycle in Edmonton, especially dealing with all the snow, potholes, and the gravels?
No, I got rid of my bike last year because that was one of the reasons. There's a lot of gravel, the city don't take care of the roads, there's a lot of potholes, a lot of people that don't know how to drive, and then it's kind of scary to be on a motorcycle, so I totally gave up and then focus on other stuff.
I really appreciate that.
No problem.
Thank you.
So you let me know what you think, because I really think it's not even worth it, because we deal with the potholes, the gravel. Like, they don't even clean the snow or clean the gravels. I still have gravels on the road.
This is my baby, 2015, the Street Glide Special. Fully loaded. So Dave, what kind of bike you got over here?
How you doing? This is a Suzuki Bandit, a 1250.
How many kilometers you got?
26,500, something like that.
Does it worth to have a motorcycle in Edmonton though, with all the snow that we get, with the gravels, and with the potholes? The city takes so long to fix.
Well, it's okay, it's fun. If you're first out riding, it's your first time getting a bike. Edmonton can be fun. There's lots of places to go ride to for sure. I think anytime riding a motorcycle is fun, but is it worth it? I don't know. I think you have to look at it this way. If you're the type of motorcyclist that likes to ride maybe once a week or on the weekends, I would say maybe it's not worth it to have a motorcycle in Edmonton. But if you're going to be a motorcyclist that's going to ride every single day, doing your local trips to and from work, if you're going to do out-of-town riding as well on the weekends, so I would say, yeah, definitely worth riding. But if you're just going to ride it once a week, and the occasional weekends, I would say your summer will be over very quickly, and maybe you'll only have ridden your bike maybe 10 times out of the whole summer, which is really not worth it. If you're going to take every opportunity and ride on every sunny day, then I would totally recommend buying a motorcycle for sure.
Yeah, how about the potholes and the city? They take their time to fix it, and all the gravels, late winter.
Sure. We can basically ride from, maybe mid-May to about mid-October. The city lays down a lot of gravel, when it's winter. So it takes the city at least till the end of May to clean the streets and to get all the gravel off and stuff like that. So you can ride. Is it safe? It's safe if you keep the speed within speed limits, of course. If you're gonna go out there and ride like an idiot, then yeah, I wouldn't recommend riding in May. But June, July, that's the bike season for riding bikes in Edmonton. Roads will be clean. Weather's usually great. During the day, I have noticed that around 6 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock at night-ish, It usually gets a bit cloudy like it is right now, and it maybe rains in the evening. So if you don't mind riding in the rain, then that's okay. But we get a lot of rainy nights for sure in the summer. Regards to potholes, some years, potholes are pretty bad. But actually this year, the potholes, I haven't really seen too many. There are a few, but not as many as there have been before for sure. The one thing I have noticed though, we have a lot of sinkholes for manhole covers. I don't know why, and the city just does not take care of it.
Those are danger.
It's dangerous. If you hit a sinkhole manhole cover,
Yeah.
then you could come off your bike, especially if you have a passenger, like a crotch rocket. A passenger usually sits quite high up, right?
Yeah.
So it's not safe if you hit one of those.
Thank you very much,
Yeah,
Dave.
thank
I
you.
really appreciate for all your questions. Okay.
You're welcome.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Not bad.
What kind of bike you got over here?
I have a Yamaha FGR 1300.
I should say first of all, I'm sorry. Your name?
Hi, I'm Steve.
All right, Steve.
Yeah.
So you got what year is this?
It's a 2004.
How long you had it this one?
I've had this for 6 years.
How many kilometers?
Yeah, it's 66,000.
Did you did any long distance riding with?
Oh yeah, I rode to Las Vegas in the
This one
US.
that you do in Las Vegas.
And yeah, this is the one I took to Las Vegas. Yeah, I also rode to BC a few times. And,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you definitely you like it.
Oh yeah, I love this bike. Yeah, it's perfect for what I do.
Okay, so the question that I want to ask you, does it worth to have a motorcycle in Edmonton, especially dealing with the gravel, the snow, late snow, the potholes? Does it worth it?
Oh yeah, for sure. It is because it really depends on how important it is for you to ride, right? For me, it's very important. It's something that I really, really enjoy doing. So in the spring, summer, you're right, our season is really short. We get a lot of rain, and there's a lot of different elements you have to deal with. But one thing I really like to do is make time. If you're willing to make time to ride, then you can get a lot of enjoyment out of riding in this. I have 2 motorcycles. Between the 2 of them, I put between 5,000 to 10,000 kilometers a year, and that's not even really making a concerted effort to ride. That's just riding out of enjoyment. If I plan a trip, then I can put 12 to 15,000 kilometers on a year. So it is definitely a challenge to ride in this kind of climate, this kind of weather conditions, but it's not impossible. Now, if you're a rider that only enjoys riding on Sundays and everything has to be perfect, temperature-wise and everything, then maybe it isn't worth it, because you'll find that a lot of time will go by between riding, and you won't put that many kilometers on your bike, and it'll feel like it's not worth it. So it's really up to you.
Then. Yeah.
Yeah, but for me, it's definitely worth it, and it has been for many years.
Oh wow. Okay. So between the Harley and this one now, which one you put the most kilometers on it?
Oh, on the FGR for sure. Last year in particular, I put 7,000 kilometers on my FGR, and I put only 3,000 kilometers on my Harley.
Why is that?
Because my Harley isn't really set up for long distance touring, which I enjoy doing. I use it primarily to ride in town and when the temperature is at least 20 Celsius or above.
Oh, okay.
Whereas my Yamaha, I can ride as long as it's above 0. I can ride, and I have an electronic windshield, and it's fuel injected bike. I got really good coverage for like against wind and rain, whatnot.
Okay.
And so it's my FGR is much more versatile than my Harley. Let's put it that way. So
thank you very much. I really appreciate for your.
You're welcome.
For meeting me over here and giving me all your questions. I really appreciate it.
Hey, no problem.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Sure.
What's your name?
Bailey.
Bailey. Nice to meet you, Bailey. What kind of bike you got over here?
I have an 05 800 Vulcan Classic.
Okay. How long you had it?
This guy I've had about 3 years now.
How many kilometers you got?
48.
48. Oh, okay. So you definitely like riding bike in Edmonton.
Yeah, I am the 3rd owner, so I probably got it when it was, 35,000 on it.
Okay, so the question I got is, this is worth to ride a motorcycle in Edmonton? With the snow, the potholes, the gravel, and the bylaws, all the muffle, the noise.
Yeah.
That's it worth it?
I think it's worth it to have a bike in general. However, considering I'm from Ontario, it's definitely a bit of a backstep being in Edmonton with a motorcycle. Riding season's shorter, Change in weather is crazy. The potholes don't help. The dust, the dirt is mind-blowing.
So that's why I say, that's it worth it. Like, 8-month parking,
Yeah.
4 months outside.
If you had the luxury of knowing what it's like riding elsewhere, then I wouldn't say it would be worth it. However, I just love to ride, so I'll ride anywhere, any chance I get.
That's good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's your name, buddy?
Brendan.
Brandon. What kind of bike you got, Brandon?
It's a 2005 Honda Shadow.
Shadow.
Yeah.
2005, how many kilometers you got?
22,000 miles.
Oh, so you do a lot of kilometers, man.
Yeah.
So you ride like long distance or just in the city?
My first year.
Oh, your first year?
So I'm just getting going.
You're a new rider?
Yeah.
So are you nervous about the potholes, the gravel, the snow late?
I was at first, but I took my course in the snow. So.
Which company you use?
Alberta Safety Council.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
So I hope you're gonna ride safe out there. So the question I got is, does it worth it actually just parking the bike for 8 months and you're only gonna ride 4 months?
I would say yes. I'm getting into it and it's fun, and avoiding the potholes and the gravel, you kind of just get used to it. It's what I'm growing up with, so.
Oh, okay, so you're used to that.
I know nothing else.
well, if you like it, I guess I can't say nothing about that. Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks. What's your name, buddy?
Jesse.
Jesse, what kind of bike you got here?
I got a 09 Crossbone Springer Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson. So how many kilometers you got?
I got 12,000 on her.
12,000. How long you had it?
I bought it last year. It came with 8,000 K, and I put 4,000 on it already.
Wow, so you must do a lot of riding there.
I do my best.
In the city or just mountain?
So far, just the city. When I first got it there, I was riding to work when it was still deadly cold, and just can't get me off it.
Okay. So the question I got is, does it really worth having a motorcycle in Edmonton?
To me, it's worth having a motorcycle anywhere. It's the love of the ride.
So far, I see everybody say it's worth it.
Yeah.
With the potholes, with the gravel. So I really appreciate for all the answers, guys.
No problem.
Thank you very much.
So if you like this video, please make sure you give me a subscription below here, give me a thumbs up, put your comment below, and I will answer you back. And thank you very much for watching. See ya.
Straight